Good afternoon. This is Attorney Stephen Sabre. You're listening to a Law Talk on 1480 WSAR. We do this show every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. It's your opportunity to call in with any law-related questions. One of the things I wanted to talk about was some sort of common questions, issues, problems that I see in my law practice that clients sort of have questions about, and I think other lawyers probably see or hear the same thing. So a couple of things to keep in mind. So when will my case be settled is another big question, and that's very hard to determine. And I know I personally don't like to make predictions because it's really out of the control of the lawyer, because to settle a case, you have to have an offer and you have to have acceptance. So a lot depends on, what you have to do as a lawyer is just keep moving the case forward. You don't settle a case, however, until the person's completed their medical treatment or until they've reached a medical end result. Then it depends on a lot of different factors. A lot of it is cases, offers are made that are very low at the beginning by insurance companies. Not often. I mean, not always, but often they are. And so the question is, can you wait it out? And then what you have to do is rely on your lawyer to tell you what's the range of what the case is worth, and then you make a decision from there. Sometimes you have to decline the offer and move forward, and sometimes you have to file a lawsuit. The other question I get oftentimes is, well, I thought my case had to be settled within 3 years, and that's not true either. The 3 years that sometimes you hear about deals with what's called the statute of limitations, which can be different depending on the type of case, but that's sort of the drop-dead date for filing a lawsuit in a personal injury claim. In other words, if you get hurt, you have 3 years from date of accident to file suit. You can settle it before then, of course. You could file suit before then, but if you don't file it within 3 years, you're out of luck. And it's not something that can be waived or extended or things like that. So it could be that you try to negotiate a settlement on the case over a period of time. It doesn't work. You can't resolve it. Then you have to file suit. Now, because you filed suit doesn't mean that you still can't settle a case at any point, because that often happens, and the statistics are probably 97% of cases get settled without trial, but sometimes you do have to file suit, and you have to go through that process of filing a complaint and serving the defendant with the papers and going through what's called the discovery process and some other steps along the way, and at some point hopefully the case settles. So that's something to kind of keep in mind in general. The phone number at the office, 508-674-0890. Again, 508-674-0890. Mostly what I do, as I said at the top of the show, is serious personal injury cases, workers' compensation, and criminal defense. But we do other things as well. Attorney Matt Aspen handles the real estate and domestic matters. We also do wills and estates. And if we don't do the type of problem or law that you issue that you have, then we try to refer you out. We're located at 1026 County Street in Somerset. Again, my name is Attorney Stephen Sabre. You've been listening to Law Talk on 1480 WSAR.